What up everybody, Tyler here back again with another unboxing. This time we have one of the more anticipated 2021 releases from Jordan Brand. This shoe boasts some awesome technology plus some closet dimension challenging packaging, as well as being one of the more revered silhouettes in the shoe game today. I'm of course speaking about the Jordan 11 Adapt in the dark powder blue colorway. So if you're interested in seeing all of the elements that Nike brought to life with this signature release, don't go anywhere. And if you haven't already, consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons down below. Not only do those simple acts allow us to be a better channel for you, but by turning on all notifications, you're helping yourself not to miss any of our upcoming content. So without any further delay, let's get to it. So for those of us that have been in the shoe game for a little while now, I think we know that Nike tends to pull out all the stops around holiday time. That tends to mean new iterations of Jordan 11s for us, and this last year was not one to disappoint. In fact, not only did we get one example of Jordan 11s, but we got two iterations that were brought to the table by Nike. The first of which being the cool gray 11s that I hope to do a video on in the near future, but the second of which being in this box here. I mean, the first thing you're gonna notice with this packaging is just how much of it there is. You have this double XL shoebox that when it was dropped off in front of my house, I thought it was a small appliance of some sort. But as we get into it, you'll see why the need for such a large vessel. To get into the box, you'll need to flip open these two tabs on the side. And when you get into it, you're welcomed by shiny paper. The shiny packaging paper and the instructions on the lid from Nike are the first thing that pop out to me in the package, followed by the Jordan box in the back that I believe has the charger and the power brick for the charging pad. You'll find that under the shoes themselves. Pretty simple there. You pop that bad boy out, you plug it into the wall with a USB cord, and you have your charging element. Nike has done this by incorporating a chipset that communicates with a couple of external buttons that will tighten or loosen the shoes based on which button you happen to press. It's awesome technology. Nike has used it on a few other models of shoe, including another model of the Jordan 11 that we got a few years back. While we've only recently begun seeing more Nike models incorporate this technology, the idea behind power laces has actually been around for about 40 years. First seen in the movie series Back to the Future in the 80s. If you don't believe me, ask your parents about it. As we actually get our hands on the shoe, my mind is pretty blown. While this is definitely an 11 in my hand, the notes and the details and everything that really make up this shoe for what I know it as are drastically different from any of the other 11s I have in the collection. With other 11s, I'm used to seeing patent leather draped around the entire shoe, but that's been replaced by premium nubuck in this lovely light gray color. The nubuck feels ultra luxurious, but also like it might be a magnet for dirt or dust or anything that you happen to be stepping through. So be sure to treat that like right out of the box if you don't want to deal with it later. Next thing you'll see is that the upper has almost a crosshatch or picnic-like pattern to it, and the feel of the material is almost like a raincoat. I'm sure it's to keep secure and protect any of the internal components that Nike doesn't want exposed to the outside conditions. But it's the light blue hit to it that actually makes this shoe pop and add to the overall like detail element. I like that. Classic laces have been replaced by these strong cords, similar to what you'd find in almost any snowboard boot or something like that, for those of you that are familiar. And these are what are going to draw tighter or looser as you press the buttons on the side. Jordan branding in the same blue is what's dressing the upper pattern. And same thing with the heel tab as well. Super blue sole for those of you that have missed that. As we turn it over, you see the grip pods underneath as well in black that match the carbon fiber here as well. Really big fan of the icy blue detailing here. It makes the sole pop. Not that I'm out here looking at the bottom of people's shoes, but it's an element that you really can't recreate with any other line. The midsole here is a pure pristine white that goes around pretty much 95% of the shoe, save for the toe cap. And you see your button set right here. Sock liner is a soft padded gray material, matches the other gray elements of the shoe pretty nicely. And then you'll see Jordan and Adapt branding on the insole, although it feels pretty standard to the touch. I'm personally enamored by this shoe. I'm lucky enough to have several 11s in my arsenal, but none of them hit me the way that these do here. Not only are they an 11 and therefore the pinnacle for shoe collecting for a lot of heads out there, but the technology that take this shoe from the 90s to the third decade of the 21st century, as well as the different materials that make it pop and all the other elements that you don't see from every other 11. It's really an extravagant wave, and I'm excited to see what Nike has, up their sleeve next. I don't expect every 11 down the road to incorporate the same technology or the same price tag, but as a nod to those that are devoted, I really appreciated seeing it. Shout out if you landed these on release day. I certainly salute you. For those of you that are on the hunt for them in the secondary market, my heart is there with you. I'm sure that there is some level of taxing that's going on right now, but as we get further and further from the release day, those prices are bound to go down. So keep up your hustle, don't get discouraged yet, and post a comment when you do land them. Through another breakdown. If you're into everything sneaker related, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below. And one more time, this has been Tyler with Deadstock Media, signing off.